So here we're going to look at the use of the Granite UI components, Corel Foundation, form, date picker, resource type within a workflow custom step. We can look, here's our workflow custom step. Notice its name is logger. And then here's the CQ dialog. We go down the node structure. Here's start date. And we can see that we have the proper resource type right here. Looking at the back end or the Java process, we can see that we're using this line right here to read that resource type. So it's start date. Notice it maps up to the name right here. So by default for custom step, it should be ./metadata/ this is the name that we're reading in Java. We go back to our Java logic, and then we're just going to log it out. So date, and then we're going to log out the date that we're entered. So we've got the dialog set up for the touch UI. We've got the Java set up. We've already compiled the OSGI and deployed it. So let's take a quick look at that to make sure everything looks good. Go to operations, web console, OSGI bundles. We can see that our project is now in active state. So here's the OSGI that contains our Java class, which represents our custom workflow step. So going back to our workflow model and the touch UI, here it is. We can open up the dialog. Scroll down. Here we can see I've set, let's just set a new value here to no Scott workflow. And then we'll select a new date. We'll go to June 30th. Set it. Sync it. So now it's synced. So it's June 30th. Now let's invoke the workflow. So to invoke the workflow, we're just going to go back to a touch UI, and then I'm just going to select this English page. The name of the workflow is delete content part. We're going to start it. Then we'll finish it. We'll go to the inbox for the administrator. Click OK. So now it should have fired off our custom workflow step that uses the date picker, and it should log it. So let's take a look. So we'll go back to our log file. Right here, we can see that it says Scott workflow, and then it logged the proper date, which is June 30th. So this shows that once constructed properly, the date time picker does indeed work within a custom workflow step. So the last thing we're going to do to make sure all this is not lost is we're going to update this helpx article to show everything that we've covered in this video. So notice this is an older 5.6 and 6 article, but we're going to update it to show use of the touch UI and then the Granite type. So it's going to be easy to follow. Then we'll bundle all this into a bundle that you can download from the updated article. It should be up in a couple days.